Hello everybody. Today we're going to learn how to create a rendering in Photoshop by making something with multiple materials and colors from something very simple and plain like this image. To start off, we do have to create or find an image that we like and export it as a JPEG to open it up in Photoshop. While we do that, we're actually going to be taking 5 simple steps by applying and repeating the process to create an image or rendering that we like. In setting up our page, we also have to set up the lines that we are going to use. So by opening Illustrator, we are actually going to copy all the lines that we have from our image and pasting them into Photoshop. I recommend using pixels. It makes the image a lot clearer, and we're going to be using these lines to guide our images that we're going to be placing inside. So in this case, it is very important to line up the lines as best as you can. And once that's set up to your liking, we're going to go ahead and start by doing step 1 and adding a new layer. This can be found by a little box with a plus sign on the bottom right corner. And something to keep in mind is we actually want to move the second layer under the first layer, because we want to use those lines as guides when we start putting the images we want in our rendering. Now for step 2, we're going to upload an image using File and Place Embedded. I usually recommend finding an image that has a material, something that has colors for your rendering, and once you chose that image, it'll pop up onto your Photoshop, and we can start editing this photo the way we want to. The way we're going to do this is start by scaling it, choose a wall that you want to put on. In this case, Anna's actually going to put it on the first wall, making it very big. I usually recommend going outside of the lines that we had before. And then what we're going to do is you can actually edit it and transform it by using these different tools, such as scale, rotate, skew, distort, perspective, as well as warp. This means that you can actually change the image, kind of make it so it's very realistic on top of the wall, as if it is some kind of texture that you're seeing. I totally recommend going back and forth, playing with the different tools that you can use, and make it so it's very, very real-like. Once you're done, we're going to start going into how we can crop this image and make it a very clean-cut wall. The way we're going to do this is by using the polygon lasso tool. So you can either search it up on the top right corner or using the toolbar to your left and clicking right on your mouse and finding that polygon lasso tool. Once you've done that, you can start clicking the specific corners of the wall to be able to crop that image. One thing to know is you do want to click on the exact same spot you started the clicking for the lasso tool, because you want to close the box that created with those white and black lines. Once you feel comfortable with that, we're actually going to click the inverse of the crop that we made. What this is going to do is instead of clicking the image inside, it's going to click the outside image on that second layer. And by clicking delete, we're taking that outer layer of the image that we placed and making a very cropped and beautiful wall. Now we're at the point that we just need to repeat the process. So 1, create the new layer. 2, find an image that you like and place it in Photoshop. 3, transform it and make it into something very, very real-like. 4, crop that image onto that wall you choose, and then choose the inverse of that and delete it to make a very clean and beautiful rendering with different types of materials of your choosing, to be able to display different types of decor, different types of lighting, and to make something very beautiful. Thanks for listening, and bye-bye.